What's up, y'all? This is Lycan, and this is your Lycan Report. Before I get in the spill of this review, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that way I can keep making reviews for you guys on these streaming networks. So the actual movie that we're going to be reviewing this particular time is Eraser Reborn. You can find this movie on HBO Max. Now, first off, the cast. We've got Dominic Sherwood, we got Jackie Lai, and we've got McNeely Belcher the third. Honestly, when it comes to more so B-rated movies, sometimes the acting tends to be a little distant in certain areas. Sometimes that's due to either the director. When it comes to the relationship between characters, sometimes it's the dialogue, because writers, they may write something, but they never really, expected it to actually, be said out loud in a proper or a particular way. And honestly, yes, this whole movie has the completeness of a B movie. Now, don't get it twisted, though. Granted, this may be a B movie, but this is actually one of those B movies where, 1 minute acting is completely on point, and then the next minute it's like it's a little corny, a little cheesy, a little distant, but for the most part, I want to say actors, they pulled off at least decent movie, to where the cheesy points or the in between points, it was okay. It's not so mediocre that you're sitting here like, oh, come on, it's like, it's not so obvious. Like, honestly, Dominique Sherwood, he plays the U.S. Marshal on this, and, he did a fairly decent job, A couple times, he seemed a little too macho for his part, but he relatively pulled off a decent job. When you got Jackie Lai, she plays Rena. Honestly, I want to say she's a bit of a pain. she's a little bit of a pain. Is because of the fact that her particular character, she's the one that's being erased, and on more than one level, she's on that level of being rebellious in the simple fact that she doesn't want certain things to happen, and she's having a trusting type of issue with anybody who's, whether trying to help her or just the fact that she doesn't want to be taken out of her realm to do certain and particular things. You also have McNeely Belcher the third. I actually have to say, for a villain, he did pretty well. I mean, there were some parts where it seemed as if he was overacting just a little bit with the bad guy, but honestly, he put together quite a stellar performance from what I could tell. When you're talking about the special effects and graphics, the special effects, some of the special effects were on point. They showed you, like, certain action scenes went along. When it came to the graphics, usually when it's B type of movie, it's kind of obvious with the CGI. Certain things are fake, and you could tell that it didn't really blend in with the scenery. Like, there's certain points where, like, you may have like an animal that shows up in the movie, and you can tell that animal is not physically there, and it was a little distracting from that aspect. Plot wise, it was actually kind of interesting, is because whenever you have like a reboot of this particular type of movie, obviously things are not going to be done the same. They're going to come through with different twists and so forth. And honestly, you could follow this movie. You could follow this movie. You could understand what is going on. It does kind of work the nerves a little, just because of the fact that it's not the fact that you know the original movie and you're expecting them to do certain things, but it's a little nerve-wracking, is because the fact that it leads you one way, it twists another way, or leans to different renditions of what you already know coming off the original Racer movie. But the reboot, B movie wise, it was actually fairly decent to watch. A lot of the action was well put together. The acting sometimes was a little distant, and honestly, on a scale of 1 to 5, I would give this literally a 3.8. Majorly, what hurt this movie was, as I've been mentioning, the distant acting and the graphics. They were a little annoying at times, but for the most part, this was a well put together movie. Would I watch this movie again? Yes, I would watch this movie again, just because certain B movies. This is the type of B movie that you would rewatch, like Dredd. The Judge Dredd movie. You would rewatch that B movie. This is one of those B movies where I wouldn't say I would put it in my collection, but I would watch it again and would be entertained by watching it. So, as I said again, this is HBO Max's Eraser Reborn, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. You should thoroughly enjoy it. And till next time on the Lycan Report.